Yo, what up, and welcome to a new L.M.S.V. Yo, what up, and welcome to a new showcase. Now, I had noticed that it had been a hot minute since we last took a closer look at a Sith or just a dark character in general. So it was time to balance the skills once more by showcasing another bad guy. Now this one I just had to do. You know, I had showcased Darth Revan already, and if you haven't watched that showcase, it's definitely a must watch. So I'll put a link to that down in the description below. But of course, if you're gonna showcase Revan, there are two other characters that you have to showcase as well. One of which is Bastila Shan, and that's definitely a future showcase. But the one that we're gonna take a closer look at for today is of course Revan's main rival throughout most of his life, up until the part where he gets tortured for hundreds of years, and that is of course his former friend, turned apprentice, turned rival, Darth Malak, born as of course Alec. And yeah, this is a very cool custom based on a very underrated, underappreciated character. I've never given him the time of day that he does deserve, because I was always, and still am, more of a fan of Darth Revan. He's in my top 3 favorite Star Wars characters of all time. So yeah, it's kind of hard to get out of Revan's shadow, and Darth Malak is living proof of that, but we'll get into the fine details in a second. So yeah, getting out of his shadow was basically impossible, and seeing as I was, and still am, a Revan fanboy, I never give him the proper time of day. But that's gonna change now, because this man is gonna get his very own showcase. And again, to kind of show some extra love, I put on a similar color of red as he got on. Thankfully I'm not bald like him, nor have I lost my jaw. Very glad to have my jaw and to have my hair. And to be somewhat of a good person, at least I aspire to be. That's to show him some extra love by giving him his very own showcase. We're taking a closer look at him right now. And here he is, and as you can see, Darth Malak looks absolutely fantastic. He looks super menacing. Now for those who only want to come here for the most important key parts, I'll put a link to the build kit for this awesome custom down in the description below. That goes for the custom lightsaber as well, like the entire custom minifigure. The build kit for that will be linked down in the description below. It's on my Patreon. You do have to become a Patreon member in order to see it, because obviously I'm not doing that for free. So, but anyway, that being said, I love how menacing Darth Malak looks. This looks so cool. Now the one key thing that I wanted to have when it comes to a Darth Malak custom minifigure is of course his robotic jaw slash rebreather, whatever you want to call it. I wanted it to be a separate piece from the minifigure and not for it to just be simply printed onto the noggin. I wanted it to be its own piece because it's so essential to who Darth Malak is. Now, why did I say Darth Malak and not Malak? It's because, you know, he got put in his place, and the awesome YouTuber Unreal Cinema made a very short 3D animation about, well, Malak's ascension to the rank of Darth, sorta. It is very interesting. It looks absolutely fantastic. Now, for those who don't know who Darth Malak is, he is one of the most powerful and interesting Sith of the KOTOR era, and I really love him. Once again, he is a fallen Jedi turned Sith, and he basically thought that he could best his former friend, who he's known ever since they were Jedi, and that's of course Revan. When they, you know, fell to the dark side, they kind of had this, like, I wouldn't say infighting, but Revan was of the mindset of like, there's a master and an apprentice, and out of the two, he felt like he was the better one, and therefore he should be the Dark Lord of the Sith, and Malak should be his apprentice. But Malak felt a different kind of way, And that's what the Unreal Cinema short film is about. Basically Malak squaring up against Revan and being put in his place. You're literally gonna see how he loses his jaw. And yeah, I'll show it here, but you gotta watch it with the audio in of itself. It looks fantastic. It's in 4K quality. So yeah, this is legit like very good. And yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic. Now seeing that finally, like fully in high quality as well, was very cool to see, you know, how Malak got put in his place, how he lost his job, but as a result, also fully turned to the dark side. So I'm not saying that he was playing with the light side, but you know, he was a former Jedi. That light was there for a long ass time, bro. Like, Revan and Malak really did the Republic a lot of justice and really helped them a lot. They even went against the Jedi Council's wishes. So yeah, they were kind of like Anakin, but ×2. So, and not the chosen one, of course, but like they weren't afraid to go outside of the norm of what Jedis are supposed to do. They just went by their own code and their own vision of what Jedi should do. And yeah, they were a great team, like legit great team, and that's why the downfall of their friendship and their bond was so big. But I don't know, I just found it very badass that Revan wasn't afraid to put Malak in his place and show him who the master was and who the apprentice should be. Same as Darth Maul did with his brother Savage Opress, but let's be real, this is 10 times worse than what Savage got. Like, Savage just got, you know, a little, let me grab your face real quick and rah, you know, I'm your big brother and now also your master, boo-hoo. But Revan was like, nah, I'm gonna slice your jaw off, bro, you talk too much. I'm gonna make you feel why the fuck you are now the apprentice and should call me master and nothing else. But yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic. Now, for those who have watched my Darth Revan showcase, again, link in the description, I highly recommend that you watch it. I do have some unfortunate news. It is an update in regards to Unreal Cinema's KOTOR remaster / series. He was working on basically doing a remaster of KOTOR, but in the form of like an animated series, and it looked phenomenal. It's in the same style as the Malak short film, and the hype was there, you know, the community was there for it, everyone loved it, but due to personal reasons, also some health issues, the project has been cancelled indefinitely. That doesn't mean it's gone forever, but this man needs to focus on himself and make sure that he's up to par and that he's in the best place possible to do this. But again, it does show how dedicated the fans are to Star Wars, whether you are a Star Wars Legends fan, such as myself, or you are a Disney Star Wars fan, or you're a fan of all of Star Wars. Like, the love this fan base has, whether it's the Legends people or the expanded universe people such as yours truly, or it's the Disney Star Wars fans, or it's everyone combined, the love is there. And yeah, with the KOTOR remake as of right now, you know, not really getting any great updates either, the Unreal Cinema series was really getting some nice good traction and hype, and it looked amazing. But of course, your very own mental, physical, spiritual health comes first. That should be front and center of who you are. Like, you have to take care of yourself first and foremost, and then you can focus on the rest. Because if you're not in a good place, it's only gonna go downhill from there if you're not, you know, addressing the issues and trying to better those and get out of that place. And he has taken the time, you know, to get better, and you know, much love to him. What he had done so far looked absolutely spectacular, and if he ever does, you know, continue the series and he puts it out, I'll happily talk about it on here. So definitely subscribe if you want to stay in the loop, or just go to his YouTube page. There is a Discord link, but I think he's not part of that anymore either. I had actually joined his Discord group, or whatever you want to call that, where you would get regular updates. But yeah, like I said, due to health reasons, he has to take care of himself, which is totally understandable. Now, the printing does continue all the way around, especially here on the back as well. Yes, he does have a cape, and it's one of those nice small ones and thin ones, which really suits him. Yes, it could be black and over the shoulder, but to me, you know, like I said, not the greatest, biggest Darth Malak fan ever, but he definitely earned his spot in the Qniverse and of course in L.M.S.V. I really like his design. I don't, like I said, much care for the character. I was always a bit more of a fan of Revan and Bastila and the Exile as well. So Malak was like a good villain to hate, but like in a good way, kind of like how you love to hate Scar, you know? like from Lion King. You know, he's a good villain. It's not like it's just like, you know, I had one bad day and now I don't like life. It's like, nah, bro. Like this is a good, well-written character, and yeah, I absolutely love it. What he did to Bastila really motivated me to kill his ass. So, and what he did to Terrace, bro. And Shoddy, if you are Shoddy. What he did to Terrace, it was unbelievable. Because keep in mind, personally, for those who have watched my Star Wars The Old Republic movies, I played Star Wars The Old Republic first, then KOTOR. So I saw Terrace when it was already all the way fucked up, done by this man. So that he did, I think, to lure out Bastila and get her attention, to hopefully capture her and, you know, torture her and all that dark side stuff. But yeah, man, like, I played Star Wars The Old Republic, so I heard the quote-unquote stories and the legends of, like, you know, that back in its heyday it used to rival Coruscant with its beauty and its mass. And then, you know, his ass came around and he was like, begin the bombardment. And then it was just game, set, and match. And now it looks like a fucking hellhole. So yeah, he wasn't afraid to really go the extra mile to get someone's attention, and that he did. Now when it comes to accessories, he only truly needs one, other than of course the mask, and that's of course his lightsaber. Now I really like it. I can't praise him or her, or if they're accompany them enough. Brick Tactical is literally the best, possibly next to Big Kid Bricks, when it comes to custom lightsaber hilts. They absolutely smashed it with this one. And yes, it's specifically Malak's. Again, link to the build kit down in the description below if you want to get this awesome custom minifigure for yourself. Yeah, I can't praise him enough. It's so cool to get accurate custom lightsaber hilts to go with the Lego custom minifigure that you are designing or that you just finished. It is so fucking nice to do that and to have that, so I'm super grateful for that, for Brick Tactical making those hilts. Same goes for Big Kid Bricks. Like I said, they are, or he is, or she is, whatever, the second best when it comes to the custom lightsaber hilts. And yeah, I really love both companies and love purchasing from them. Obviously I haven't purchased anything from either in a hot minute due to very obvious reasons. But yeah, that is definitely the place to be when it comes to custom lightsaber hilts. Now again, I really like this design. For me it's kind of like very similar to Darth Malak's, but in red. And you can also, you know, put in Darth Vader there. You just unmask with the rebreather and it looks cool, man. Cyborg Sith, I really like it, and I've definitely designed multiple random Sith that include some of that cyborg kind of look into it. I just think it's awesome, you know, that whenever something bad happens to a Sith, they're just like, fuck it, put some stuff on me, let's keep it going, you know, just give me the tools to keep going back into the field and slaughter these Jedi and Republic dumbasses. You know, I really love that they just keep pushing through. Same goes for the Jedi, but the Sith just, they rock the fuck out of it. So, yeah, I really love it. Now, of course, now for the big question. What does he look like without the mask? Let's take a look. Okay, what? Now, this is interesting. I don't, you know, you just see this back to back to back, all these shots, but don't get it twisted. I turned off the camera and legit tried to get the minifigure's head and the mask off of one another. I can't, and I'm not really inclined to, you know, break this at all. So that's interesting that it's actually one piece, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, I really thought I would be able to get it off, but again, I don't want to break the mold, I don't want to get any ugly ass scratches on them, so I'm not gonna try even further. If someone else has this custom minifigure as well, let me know. Personally, like I said, I'm not gonna try and break this. So that's pretty interesting. It does fit the character, let's be real, he really needs it, so. But then again, something that I haven't pointed out, but the head sculpt looks fantastic, the tattoos look fantastic. With all of that being said, this is of course a very cool custom on a very underappreciated character, and again, I like him a lot more now that I've done this showcase and done some extra research to know what I'm talking about, because of course that's the right thing to do. But yeah, I do like him. Am I head over heels about the character? No. Am I head over heels about this design? Yes. It looks absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend that you get it. If I could give you one tip, get a black cape. I got a red one, but if you want to go 100% accurate, get a black one. And I know that Disney have made their own new version of him, but no thank you. I'ma just leave it at that. But yeah, this is KOTOR accurate. Not Disney KOTOR accurate, but legit OG KOTOR accurate. So again, link in the description to my Patreon page where you can get not only early access to all of my content, as well as a personalized art piece of yourself as a Space Ranger, because that's what I'll do if you become a Patreon member. But you will also get access to all of my build kits for all the custom minifigures I've made so far, including Darth Malak. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say there. Again, I don't know how long this video is, but I just wanted to keep it short and sweet and show this character some love that he really deserves. Hopefully you liked this video, and if you did, definitely don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. There are definitely more LEGO showcases coming in the future, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So from Darth Malak himself, as well as from yours truly, I hope you had an awesome day. I wish you an awesome day, and I'll see you guys and girls in the next video. Now let's go to the character roster, because you have now officially unlocked Darth Malak.